Hi, friends. Today, I want to share a new story. Enjoy. You're babysitting your sister's kids. My dad told me that right after I landed for family vacation. I lost it. Then you can handle the bills yourself. I canceled their flights, hotel, and everything else. They had no idea I was done being used. Hey, Reddit. It was December 22nd. I had just flown across the country, tired but hopeful. It was my first real break in over a year, and I was excited to spend Christmas with my family. I had 2 suitcases, a backpack, and the weight of everything I had done for them in the last 10 years. I should have known better. The pickup at the airport was late. My dad showed up in his old SUV, barely acknowledged me, and opened the trunk. No. How was your flight? No hug. Just throw your bags in. On the way home, he was quiet. Really quiet. I asked him if something was wrong. He said, "We'll talk when we get home." That sentence stuck in my head like a warning. We pulled into the driveway. The house looked the same. Decorations all over the porch, a deflated Santa in the yard, and my sister's car in the driveway, even though she lived 3 hours away. That was my first clue. Inside, my mom gave me a polite hug, but her eyes kept looking past me, like she was waiting for something or someone. Then I heard it, screaming, laughing, and little feet running around. I turned and saw my sister's 3 kids, ages 5, 3, and barely 1, running wild. My sister? Nowhere to be found. I turned to my dad. "What's going on?" He sighed, like it was hard to explain. "Your sister had an emergency. Her husband has a work trip. She left this morning. She'll be back after New Year's." I blinked. "And the kids?" He looked me straight in the eyes. "You're babysitting. Just for the week. It's not a big deal." Just like that. Like I had flown across the country to be a nanny for kids I barely knew. Like I didn't have a life or a job waiting for me. Like I didn't matter. I came here for a break. For Christmas with the family. Not this. My mom called from the kitchen. "And, honey, you're so good with them. They adore you." That was a lie. The last time I saw those kids, the oldest bit me, and the middle one screamed until I left. I looked around. "Where are you going while I do all this?" She barely looked at me. "We're heading to Tahoe for the weekend. We haven't had a getaway in years." I turned to my dad. "So, you're both leaving? And I'm stuck here watching 3 kids I didn't agree to watch." He said, without hesitation, "It's family. Sometimes you just step up." That's when I realized. The vacation wasn't a vacation at all. It was a setup. They invited me here thinking it would be a nice holiday, but really, they just wanted a free babysitter. They'd already planned their trip, packed their bags, and probably laughed about how easy it would be to guilt me into it. I didn't even sit down. I walked straight to the guest room, shut the door, and stood there, shaking. Rage didn't even cover it. It was betrayal disguised as family obligation. And it wasn't the first time. I'd paid their overdue bills 3 times in the last 2 years. Helped my sister out of debt. Even gave my dad money for car repairs that never happened. They used me again and again, and I let them. But not this time. I took out my phone, opened my email, and logged into the shared family travel account I had set up for them. Because I was the responsible one. The one they always turned to when they needed help. I canceled the Tahoe hotel reservation. Canceled my mom and dad's flight tickets. Canceled the car rental. And the best part? All the reservations had been made with my credit card. They had reimbursed me, but it was still in my name. So I could cancel everything legally and immediately. Within 10 minutes, their perfect vacation was gone. Just like that. I then opened the family group chat. Change of plans. I'm not babysitting. I'm not staying. I'm done cleaning up your messes under the excuse of family. I canceled everything. Figure it out. I didn't wait for their reply. I grabbed my bags and walked back into the living room. My dad stormed in, phone in hand, his face red. "You canceled our trip. What's wrong with you?" I said it calmly, without raising my voice. "Then you can pay the mortgage yourself next month. And the insurance. And the phone bill. Good luck." He yelled, but I just walked past him. I called a rideshare, booked myself a hotel room downtown, and blocked them all. Christmas was going to be peaceful this year, quiet, even. For the first time in years, it would be mine. But I had no idea what was coming next. I woke up in a quiet hotel room on Christmas Eve, sunlight streaming through the curtains. For the first time in a long time, I felt something I hadn't in years. Peace. Not the fake kind, where you're always waiting for a call from family asking for something. The real kind. The kind that feels like a warm coat wrapping around you. No kids screaming. No guilt trips.
Just calm.
My phone had blown up overnight. 22 missed calls. 10 voicemails. Dozens of texts. You seriously left the kids alone? You ruined Christmas. Selfish. Ungrateful. After everything we've done for you. And for my sister. Mom and Dad are stuck because of you. The kids are crying. I hope you're happy. Not one mention of what they had done to me. No apology. No understanding. Just blame. I put my phone down and took a long shower.
I didn't rush.
I let the water hit me, hoping it could wash away years of anger. Every time I thought about checking my phone, I remembered the way my dad had ordered me. You'll be babysitting. Like it was a command. Like I was just the help. After breakfast, I went for a walk around the city. I saw families laughing, couples ice skating, and kids pulling their parents toward hot cocoa stands. And for once, I didn't feel jealous. I didn't feel like I was missing out. I felt free. But freedom comes with consequences. That evening, I got a call from a blocked number. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the best of me. It was my mom, her voice shaking, not with sadness, but with barely controlled anger. You embarrassed us. Do you know how it looked to tell the hotel we weren't coming? To cancel the car rental? Your dad is humiliated. I stayed quiet. She kept going. Your sister had to drive back with the kids screaming because no one else could watch them. I finally spoke. You mean no one else to manipulate? Silence. I'm not your backup plan. I'm not your bailout. You invited me here for Christmas and tried to trick me into watching someone else's kids so you could go skiing. I didn't ruin Christmas. You did. Her voice dropped. You've changed. No, I said. I stopped lying to myself. She hung up. And then, silence. Not just for a few hours, days went by. No one reached out. No guilt-filled texts. No fake apologies. It felt like I had been erased from their lives. And instead of feeling bad, I smiled. Because they finally understood. I wasn't their safety net anymore. 3 days after Christmas, I got a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity won. It was my sister. She sounded different, humbled, tired. I know you don't want to hear from me, she said, but I needed to say this. I didn't say anything. I let her speak. I didn't know they were going to dump this on you. I agreed to leave the kids, but they told me you volunteered. I didn't check with you first. I clenched my jaw. They had lied to both of us. Yeah, she said. They do that a lot, don't they? We both paused, realizing how deep the manipulation went. We weren't enemies. We were just caught in the same old game. She admitted. When I got back, Dad was yelling. Mom was crying. The kids were confused. I was exhausted. And then I reread your text. Really read it. You're right. This family runs on guilt, favors, and silence. She sighed. I'm sorry. It wasn't a complete apology. But it was something. I didn't forgive her right away. But I didn't hang up either. We talked for another 20 minutes about the kids, her marriage, our childhood. For the first time in years, it felt like she was talking as a person, not a puppet. Then she said something I wasn't expecting. Did you know Dad's behind on the mortgage again? I stiffened. No. 3 months, she said. And guess what? He already told the bank you'd help him out. There it was. Even after everything. Even after I walked away and left them in trouble. He was still telling people I'd save them. Still betting on my loyalty. Still assuming I'd help. But this time I didn't. I logged into the joint account I had helped them set up years ago. I still had access, even though I no longer contributed. I saw the overdue bills. The bounced utility payments. A new loan in my dad's name. with a questionable cosigner. It was me. My hands shook. He had forged my name. That was it. The final straw. I stared at the screen, my jaw clenched so tight it hurt. My dad had forged my name on a $15,000 loan. He did it just weeks before Christmas. The cosigner line read, my full name, my address, the last 4 digits of my social. I hadn't signed anything, and I knew exactly what that meant. Fraud. For 4 years, I had been the family's fixer. The one they could count on to clean up their messes, pay bills, bail them out of trouble. But this crossed a line. I could have stormed over, screamed, and demanded answers. But I was done. Instead, I got a lawyer. The consultation was calm and efficient. He looked at the documents I sent him, compared signatures, and asked just one question. Do you want to take legal action, or do you want leverage? I said, I want both. 2 days later, I sent an email to both my parents, CCing my lawyer. Subject, notice of fraudulent activity, immediate response required. The body of the email was short and clear. I stated that my identity had been used without my consent to secure a personal loan, that I was prepared to report it to the bank, the credit bureaus, and law enforcement, and that legal proceedings would begin within 5 business days unless one of 2 things happened. The loan was paid off in full and closed immediately. A written admission of guilt was sent to me and my attorney. No emotion, no threats, just consequences. It took less than an hour for my dad to call. He didn't even try to deny it. His voice cracked. I was going to tell you. I needed help. You committed fraud, I said. You lied to the bank. You risked my credit, my name, again, because you assumed I'd never stand up for myself. He stammered. We're family.
Exactly.
And you treated your own child like an ATM. Then came the begging. He said the bank would come after him, that he couldn't afford a default, that it would ruin him. I'm not trying to ruin you, I said. I'm showing you who I am now, someone you don't get to use anymore. He asked if there was any way I'd drop it. Yes, I said. Once the loan is paid, I want a signed statement from you and Mom agreeing to these terms. You will never use my name, credit, or finances again. You will not contact my employer, my friends, or any future partners asking for favors. You will never involve me in your financial problems again. One violation, just one, and I go to the authorities. He didn't answer, so I added, if you don't agree, I'll go now. This call is being recorded. That's when he cracked. He muttered something like, fine, and hung up. 3 weeks later, the loan was paid in full. I received the bank statement, official, notarized, then a document signed by both of my parents. The exact terms I demanded. My lawyer filed it away like it was just another case. But it wasn't just another day to me. It was the day I became untouchable. The fallout was immediate. My mom didn't speak to me for months. She sent one long, bitter text, full of half apologies and full-throated blame. You didn't have to go that far.
I didn't respond.
My dad tried calling twice. I let them both go to voicemail. But my sister, she understood. She called one night after everything settled and said, I wish I'd done what you did, years ago.
We talked more after that.
Not as therapist and patient, not as savior and victim, just 2 adults finally waking up to the truth. We were raised in a house built on guilt, silence, and unspoken debts. She told me she was planning to move out of state, somewhere quieter, healthier for her kids. I told her I'd help her look. Help, not do it for her. This Christmas, I'll be in a quiet cabin up north. Just me, a fireplace, a stack of books, snow falling outside a place I paid for, myself. There won't be screaming kids. No fake emergencies. No guilt. Just peace. Because I finally learned the truth. The best gift you can give yourself is walking away. And that was the Christmas I gave myself the peace I deserved.